Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I just realized I've never done an item tier list before, so I'm going to do that for both battle items and for held items. And really quickly, I want to shout out the YouTuber whose video, the creator whose video I just watched. It's Adamocles. I don't know how to say your name, Adam or Adamocles, so sorry about that. But I got recommended his video for an item tier list, and I was like, hey, I should do one of those. So big shout outs to him and anybody else that's making Unite content. Really fun stuff. And let's go into it. So you guys know I like to do my own little template here. I think it looks nice and pretty, like a rainbow, and I'm going to try to add a little bit more context. So let's start off with the held items, I guess. I don't know. No, we'll start off with we'll start off with the good stuff. So eject button is clearly clearly S tier. It's just so good. Gives you the ability to act offensively, defensively, gives you the ability to engage, disengage. I mean, it's relatively decent cooldown. What is it, 55 seconds? Really good. Honestly, just really good. Let's go into X speed. It's honestly not bad. Slightly lower cooldown than eject button. I don't really see much benefit to running it over eject button. Like, it has a little bit less cool. I'm actually gonna put it in B tier because it's like it's not bad, but it's just not eject button, and that's kind of like what the story with a lot of these items is. To be completely honest, the battle items. I'm gonna go ahead and put X attack in C tier. No, I don't even know actually. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I actually, same kind of thing. I think it's like it's decent, but it's just not an eject button. Yeah, not an eject button. So full heal is actually going to be A tier. This can get you out of CC. If you guys haven't watched, like, Carbonin, I'm pretty sure is the one that I've seen run it on Cinderace. Pretty good. Like, gets you out of CC, not bad. Fluffy Tail, I'm not gonna lie, I even messed around with it when I was playing Talonflame. It's cool. I anticipate that there will be a meta for Fluffy Tail eventually. Right now, it just doesn't feel worth not taking something else, like either eject button or full heal. It just doesn't really feel worth it. And so yeah, there's that. Gold boost, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I just don't really see a meta for it yet, but it could be, and I just don't think it has like nearly as much application, especially with the long cooldown that it has. So just not very great. Smoke screen and potion, honestly, I might have to just leave them down here. Let me move my held items over, but like smoke screen and potion, they're just not great. I haven't ever seen anybody use smoke screen, and as far as potion goes, like, it's not terrible, but I really don't think you use it over like anything else. Like, I would rather see somebody try to do something with gold boost, fluffy tail, X speed, X attack, full heal, eject button over using potion, because it's kind of just a small heal. I guess it could be deceptive maybe in the future if there's someone that like reacts to healing in a certain way, or after so and so gets healed, this happens. Like, maybe something like that could happen. I don't know. And then smoke screen, same thing. I've never seen anybody use it. It doesn't seem like it has. It's like a single-use application, right? Like, you pop it on someone and slow them, but you could always just like eject button away. So that's kind of where I'm at with the battle items. All right, so let's go into the held items. Rocky Helm. Rocky Helm is like not bad. I don't think it's the staple of defensive items. I think that it could probably sit in a comfortable B tier. It's not a bad item. I'm actually going to pull up the item stats on it so I can refer to them specifically. So yeah, Rocky Helm at 30 gives 240 HP and defense, and then it'll deal a percentage of the health back out to opponents. I think it's a good defense item. I just think that there's better, and same thing with a lot of these items and such. I actually think that there will eventually be a meta for this item. Like, it'll probably get buffed, or other things will probably get nerfed, and it'll be really good. Float Stone, unfortunately, is going to find its way into C tier because it's not useless. I don't really know if any of the held items are like useless. It's just, it doesn't have a lot of application outside of the early game. It gives you a flat 24 damage at 30, which I don't have the 20 stats, but it gives you a flat 24 damage at 30 with 120 flat move speed, and then it increases your move speed by a percentage, 20%, after 8 seconds of not being in combat. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but there's definitely better options, and I don't even see it like B tier potential, really. I really don't. As far as Wise Glasses, very strong. It's like the staple of any item build in the game. Like, you use it on any SP attacker, really. really, really strong. Gives you that scaling. I guess I can talk about it a little bit. Gives you the scaling SP attack, so it gives you a flat SP attack and then percentage 7%. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the scoring items. They're not terrible, but the condition that it takes to actually rank them up, like to get them strong and worth using, it's just too much. They're just not good enough. Like, it's too much, and I think that goes for all of them. So we'll get to them when we get to them. And yeah, so special attack specs, not great. It's not useless, but there's definitely way better options. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Maybe it belongs in B tier, but it's just, again, the condition for using it is just not great. If it had like a secondary effect, maybe if it had lesser flat damage on it and had like a secondary effect and you could stack it, that could make it really, really good. But yeah, Shellbell is basically the floatstone of the SP items to me. Like, it's not useless, it's not bad. It gives you flat SP attack, which is not very much. Like, it's 24, it's okay. It gives you 4.5% cooldown reduction. But the thing about 4.5% cooldown reduction is it's literally like nothing. It's like fractions of seconds. Like, it's tenths of seconds. It's nothing. Yeah, it's not great. And then recover HP when successfully landing a move. The higher your SP attack, the more HP recovered. So yeah, the higher the SP attack that you have, the more that you can recover. So I would love to see just like full-on damage build, Shellbell, Wise Glasses, and then the attack specs, and that probably does work. It's just, I don't think that's ever going to be the optimal thing that you do on an SP attacker because of other items. So it's not bad. If they wanted to make this item more valuable, I think that they could raise the cooldown reduction on it, make it more substantial. Because if you could get like one or two, if you could shave like a second or two off abilities, that would be pretty crazy. Like, that'd be really, really good. Score Shield is actually really good. The more I'm starting to use it myself, just to like play around with it, the more that I'm seeing other people use it, the application that you can have with other shields using Score Shield, honestly, it makes it really hard to stop people from dunking at times. If this item isn't perceived as meta, it probably will be at some point. It should be already, to be completely honest. I don't use it on a ton of mons because I need to level it up, but it's really good, really, really good. Scope Lens is same thing, man. It's just a staple for characters that are really trying to hyper carry. Like, I mean, you throw this on Greninja, you can throw it on a lot of the speedsters, throw it on Cinderace, obviously. It just gives a lot of damage. I mean, it really does raise your damage output quite a bit with, you know, increased crit hit chance and then increased crit hit damage, and then the higher your attack, the more damage is increased. So it's literally just like damage on top of damage on top of damage. Really, really good. Muscle Band is the other just like staple normal attack damage, like AD damage item. Gives you that 3% HP burn, so as they level up and they gain more HP, you're going to be doing more damage to them. Gives you the increased attack speed. If you're not running both of these two items together on someone, you're probably running one of them, and then just depending on what kind of Pokemon you're playing, what kind of build you want to go for, it will depend on which one you're running. But I put Muscle Band on like everyone. I put it on almost everyone. It's so good. Not literally everyone, but almost everyone. Leftovers, it's not great. In general, I think the out of combat items are just not great. It's the condition, just it fades away, so it's just like health and like a little bit of health recovery, and then it's just like not very good. Focus Band, insanely strong. This isn't super strong for a couple of reasons. It gives you flat defenses, which, I mean, that's valuable. It's not a crazy number, but it gives you flat defense. But the effect is when dropping to low HP, recover HP lost each second for 3 seconds. Now, it is on a cooldown. This says 90-second cooldown. I'm not sure if that's right. That sounds longer than what I was expecting, but it's 14% HP loss that you get recovered. So yeah, I mean, it's nice. This helps you early game, this helps you late game. This is really good for all rounders. It's really good for almost anyone, actually. I mean, you can literally put this on anyone. It's really strong and will definitely keep you in the fight longer, will help your lane phase quite a bit. EXP share, very solid. I mean, it's good for supports. I've been starting to use this more because I want to like have a support build. I mean, seriously, it's just min-maxing. This is a min-max item. It gives you move speed and it gives you health, and passive experience. I mean, it's great. There's literally nothing you can't go wrong there. Energy Amplifier is really good. It's just super niche. So I'm going to put it in B tier because you can definitely use it. I love it on Gardevoir. I think that it could be good on Gengar, but the interaction with his ult is a little weird there. You would have to like ult really, really fast, like use it, come out, and then start bursting someone. You can't like use his ult and like move around because you'll waste the effect. Who else is it pretty good on? Cramorant. I think Cramorant players use it. It's really strong. I mean, it's a nice item. It gives you more ultimates and then increases your damage quite a bit. And then again, little bit of CDR, so nothing crazy there, but not bad. Buddy Barrier. I mean, this is the one, right? Like it's S tier. It's flat health. It's a nice like defensive item for anybody. I mean, it's flat health. You get 400 to 600 HP between 20 and 30. Levels 20 and 30, or rank 20 and 30 for the item, and then you gain a 40% health shield for using your Unite move or your ultimate for you and an ally. Like that is for the lowest health ally. It's even if it didn't give an ally a shield, it would still be the best item in the game. Personally, I think that this will get nerfed, but in the current state of the game, this is insanely valuable. It's not going anywhere. I don't know anyone that doesn't use this, and if you're not using this on literally every Pokemon, you probably should, because even if you're like an attacker or a speedster, you don't really need 3 damage items, and this is just great. It's great for you, it's great for the team. There's literally no downside. All right, so we're back to the scaling items. Like I said, just not a huge fan of these scaling items. The condition to cash in on them, it's just a little too much. I would love to see them change them. Yeah, they're really, really good. They're just really, really niche, and they should probably get a little bit of love. Assault Vest. This one I'm not really sure if I should put it in A or B, because it feels like a staple in a lot of defender builds. I'm not really sure. I don't really main defender, and if I do play defender, I'll just kind of throw whatever items I have on. I'd definitely Buddy Barrier and Focus Band, because that's what I have personally. I would either maybe go Score Shield on top of that, or Assault Vest. Maybe this is A tier. I'm gonna be honest, this is like an ignorance thing from me. I just don't really know how effective that passive like SP shield is. I think it's pretty good, probably. It's probably an A tier item. I'm gonna be conservative and leave it B, because it kind of like falls to the wayside as a defender item to me, as like a defense item, because we have these other two already. It's probably A tier though. I'm just gonna leave it here though. It's fine. I mean, this is just for the talking discussion at this point, right? But you gain a shield against SP attack damage while out of combat. So out of combat for 8 seconds. Again, that kind of sucks, but you'll get it at some point. But like, yeah, not, you know, needing to be out of combat for a benefit is crappy, at least in the in this arena, like regenerating health, and in the Floatstone arena, like those are not very good for that. But Assault Vest is probably not very bad. And then is this last? Yeah, last is Aos Cookie. It's the same thing. It's the condition for trying to score on those. It sucks. It really does suck. I mean, it does raise your HP quite a bit, so who knows? Maybe there's like a Aos Cookie build with, you know, Score Shield that I just don't know about, because you want to raise your health total for that. But there's just better options. I mean, you can even get defense. You can get the Focus Band HP like regen effect. Like there's just too many good options. So this is what I'm feeling right now. Again, I think some of these things are a little wishy-washy. You could probably move them around. That's how tier lists work, right? It's all just about a discussion and like starting a discussion about it. But I would love to know what you guys are thinking. I do hear a lot that, like, you know, these items down here are getting used, and I mean, I was the same way. Floatstone was my first level 20 item. I really thought it was good until I saw a lot of the flat numbers that the Pokemon themselves have, and when you kind of look at it, you realize the number's not that high that you get from it, and you can just take a different item that will like guarantee you more damage or will guarantee you a better effect. Like, for example, either one of these attack items right here, the crit, scope lens, or the muscle band, it's just infinitely better. It's just naturally better than Floatstone. And I mean, you really could run through all 3 of them. You really could, but you're not going to take Buddy Barrier. You know what I mean? Like that's the argument. Like, you're not going to take Buddy Barrier. I don't know, man. Buddy Barrier is just way too meta. And again, let's be real. Buddy Barrier needs to be nerfed. It's not game breaking or anything, but it's just dominating the meta in terms of viable item options. That's not great. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious, you know, let's have a discussion about it. Yeah, especially with the battle items too. Like, again, there's some application that some of these battle items probably just haven't been like tapped into yet. Like full heal was kind of one of them, right? Like eventually people started running full heal and realizing, oh, it's pretty good. So pretty good stuff. So as always, friends, like I said, drop me a comment, let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe and like the video if you would. There will be future videos coming out and streams all the time, so I definitely appreciate that. But as always, friends, be sure to be kind to one another, tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.